Hey, what's happening? This is a work in progress. I'm usually if I do something, if I do a video, if I do any sort of like theatrical work, it's either for acting or it's for to be stupid or. But this is like me. This is actually me. So this is exciting, terrifying. I mean, the hair look like a fucking McPoyle brother right now. Excuse me, but as time goes on, I have been thinking about this for a while, for a long time, because you have when you're like an MMA hobbyist, right? You know, do you have the casual? You have the person who doesn't know what the fuck any of this is, and they watch it for fun with their friend, or it's a girlfriend watching with one of us. You know, you have the rudimentary fan. You know, in the early stages, like we all were at some point, but then it catches you. Fucking COVID-19's you. And you have the casual fan who, doesn't know the submissions, doesn't know, knows what a guillotine and rear naked choke is, but or maybe a triangle, but they could name, their favorite fighters Connor or or John Jones or I mean, I don't know who the fuck at this point is saying John Jones is their favorite fighter, but so or like I remember like watching like dude, I watched the Adesanya Drinkers card, and like, dude, like Izzy got robbed. It's like, and then you have us, where we're thinking about it all the time. I mean, I probably spend daily at least an hour, whether it's I'm walking around the apartment, I'm walking down the street, on the train, whatever. I'm reading something. I got the speakers, whatever. I'm reading something. I'm looking on Wikipedia. I'm looking on SureDog, this, that, and the third. I'm watching Lucas Glizzy or fucking all these other MMA YouTubers yap all the time. But I'm like, dude, I don't blame them. I've had like a series of epiphanies about this because either way, I'm thinking about it. Either way, I'm thinking about it, and it's like you have so much. I'm talking to myself about it at this fucking apartment, right? Like, man, like Dustin, man, like if Dustin would have just gotten that, and Dustin, man, I said Dustin's retired, man. Dustin, man, you got kind of fucking. Gee, no, the judges got it right, man. You lost, man. Just like you're talking to yourself, or you're in the mirror, you're crying, or whatever. And it's like I might as well talk about it. I might as well. I might as well because one of my best friends, he got me into it a long time ago, and we talk about it. We watch every card together. And it's like that's the only person I really can talk to about. And when you do find somebody to talk about with, it's like you just like realize you had like a cousin you never met or something. And it's like this secret language. Like I never even like really thought about it. Because if someone's talking, if a doctor or a fucking is talking about herpes and STDs, or if a doctor is talking about fucking, a guy's testicular cancer or something, or like, I don't know why my mind went there first, but if he's spitting the vernacular and the rhetoric of his occupation to somebody, people are gonna be like, that's another goddamn language. It's like it's another. You're speaking another language. When MMA hobbyists speak about it to other MMA hobbyists, it's like when people like the untrained ear, they're like, you're speaking you're Charles Oliveira speaking Portuguese, essentially, and I'm like, I just feel like eventually I'll have like I kind of want to create something, Obviously, this is just kind of a free form video. Ironically, I got this up right now. So fucking, mate, I'm gonna fucking smash that chin of yours, mates. Yo, I've been training, man. I've been training, dude. You have no idea. Like, dude, I'm gonna rise back up. I've actually been taking training super seriously. It's like, dude. Ironically, their press conference and the BKFC press conference have been the two best press conferences in a while. But, unironically, yeah. So I just feel like eventually I might have, like, friends here to talk about it here. Like, maybe get an editor. But, like, I just feel like we could talk about this more. Because for how many MMA fans, like even, like the biggest MMA on Point has been doing it for, ironically as well, that's the guy right fucking there. They have 1 million subscribers, but they've been doing it for what, 7 years, 8 years? MMA Guru is like huge, but like he didn't really start popping off till all their fighters started shouting him out. And there's so many MMA fans, but I feel like it's so condensed on YouTube and Instagram. It's such a vast culture, and such an eclectic, like, just, like, sport to ruminate on. But I feel like there's just not a lot of people still, and how big the sport is. I mean, obviously there's like more soccer fans and shit, but like, I just feel like we need to stick together. There's so much, everybody's so divided. Everybody wants to make fun of each other, and everybody. But to actually, like, to really sit there and love MMA, I feel like a lot of us have gone past that. Because Harry Hardwick, I remember I talked to Harry Hardwick on Instagram quite a bit. I consider him a buddy. I mean, I've never met him, but like we chat on Instagram, and he comments on my stories and shit. Like, we're buds. And I at some point I'd like to meet him in the UK but it started because I was drunk and I'd done a few fucking bumps. And for some fucking reason, and I'm smoking cigarettes in my apartment, and for some reason I got mad that he made fun of Anthony Smith. I mean, this was a while ago. This was like a year and a half ago. For some reason, I got mad that he made fun of Anthony Smith. Which at the time, he wasn't doing as bad. But I like started going off on Instagram. I'm like, dude, you're in Cage Warriors, like, you don't get paid shit, like, you're a fucking bum, like, you'll never make it, blah, blah, blah. And he responded, like, super nice. Like, he did a few Instagram stories on me. And then I took a step back, and I was like, damn, dude, this fucking... Like, the climate of being an MMA fan has, like, turned to me. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, Harry. Like, I didn't mean that. I don't know why I'm so mad about Anthony Smith. I don't know why I'm so fired up. And he was like a super jovial guy, and we like, we still fucking chat, and he follows me and shit. And I just feel like we need more unity as MMA fans, and sure, it's fun to call people casuals, and it's fun to make fun of other fighters, but at the end of the day, it's like you hug it out afterwards. Not, obviously, you can't do that through the screen. But any hoops, I wanted to talk about this weekend because you just hear so many. You hear the same thing over and over again, but you hear it on the other side of the rainbow, where Khamzat doesn't have cardio, right? If he makes it out of the first round, if it makes it to round 4 or 5, he's cooked. On the other hand, Dricus doesn't, like, he's pigeon-toed when he fights, and he's chicken legs and all this shit. I'm like, dude, we need to get down to brass tacks. Every time Khamzat fights, and people are forgetting with the Usman fight, he was supposed to fight fucking Paulo Costa, and guess what? 10 days notice, Usman stepped in. I'm not blaming the decision on that, because yes, it was a very close decision, but at the end of the day, Paulo Costa, I'm pretty sure, pulled out before that. It was scheduled. No, that was the Iliscara fight. Well, he was supposed to fight Khamzat, and then he pulled out. Khamzat's ready for a completely different matchup. Kamaru's not really a striker. He's a good striker, but that's not his base. Paulo's base is fighting like a fucking moron. So he's fighting. He's supposed to fight Costa. That happens. It ended up being kind of a boring fight, but it happens. And yeah, he gasses out. But also, you have to understand, people act like in the Gilbert fight that he was like a dog falling. He was like a sick dog falling over by the third. No, he finished that fight pretty goddamn strong in the third round, and that was a war. People think Gilbert won. No, he did not win. Rewatch the fight fully with an impartial frame of mind. Khamzat won that fight. Gilbert did not win that fight. Yes, it was competitive in the third, but he almost finished him like he did. No, that was the third. That went 3 rounds. Yeah, sure, there wasn't a lot of grappling in that fight, but like still, and he won the brawl of him. And even striking constantly exhausts you. So I think this narrative is kind of getting driven into the ground a little bit. And also at the same time, impartially, do you think if Khamzat fought Sean Strickland twice, it would have gone to 10 rounds? Especially not a fucking split decision. Split decision and then a unanimous decision. Yes, Dricus did fucking murk him last fight. 50, what is it? What was it? 50-45, 50-44, 49-46, whatever it was. But do you think if Khamzat, I don't know why I said it like that, if Boers went 2 fights with Sean Strickland, do you think it would go all 10 rounds? No. Absolutely not. If they fought twice, Khamzat would probably finish him both times. Depending, Sean definitely wouldn't win, but, the first fight you could go with Sean, blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying is, if that last, and that was in what, February? Or in August? The middle of August? If this fight this weekend, if Dricus fights like that, he fought very well. But it ended up being, it wasn't a boring fight, but like, he did fight very well. He was styling on him. He broke his nose, obliterated his nose. Sean never really got going, which, as a guy who used to really, really love to see Sean fight, he just didn't give a fuck, and then he fought in there. It was in Australia too, and Australian people love him, and I'm like, dude. But if Dricus fights like that, where it's kind of like, he wasn't outpointed, but like, he's gonna lose. And I'm not saying this as a fan of anybody, but if Dricus fights like that in Chicago on Saturday, Khamzat will win. He fights at that pace, because and you get, even if it does get in like the third round, Khamzat wrestles very heavy. He wrestles very heavy. He climbs on you. He makes sure he breaks down your legs. He's getting you with the fucking hammers a little bit on the side. You're gonna start to feel that. He might side control or whatever. In an Izzy fight, he was getting up very slow. Yes, he did finish him, but like Izzy's not the Izzy that he used to be. So, I mean, especially with Khamzat starts getting like front headlocks on him. And there's no, I mean, again, this is also the narrative as well, is every person Khamzat fights the last few times, it's, he's gonna pull out maybe, and then it doesn't happen. It's like, it's Rob Whittaker, or it's Usman, or it's fucking, Kevin Holland. You never know. If I can Gilbert. Every fucking time the same thing happens. Like, he ends up, and ironically, the best showing that really he's ever been was Usman in a way, which is insane. I mean, I respect the hell out of Usman. Not really a fan of him I like him better now. I think the best thing that happened to Usman ever was The best thing that ever happened, like, as a man, was losing that belt. Because he was pretty fucking insufferable with the belt. But it happens every time. It happens every time he fights. There's always something. All these things are driven to the fucking ground. And, you know, and also you hear this has been all week. You hear, oh, well, it was 2 seconds he shot in this fight and then 9 seconds in this fight. Yeah, because he's a fucking Russian wrestler. That's what they do. Yeah, in the Gilbert fight, he got pieced up a little bit because he didn't fucking wrestle. So that's the only fight where he's ever really taken damage. Because he 10-8'd Usman the first round, took no damage. That's the only fight where he could have gotten a concussion from. So, also this narrative, if Dricus takes Khamzat, he's not taking him down, dude. He's not taking him down. Like, there's no shot. There's absolutely no fucking shot. Dricus is not going to take down Khamzat. Like, I don't even, it's not even because there's just no fucking way. Robert Whittaker took down Dricus, you know, like, you know, you see that meme, like, Tavares takedown, you know, when he fought at 276, you know, you see, yeah, he's a goofy, he's a very good fighter, but there's no way he's taking down Khamzat. There's not a fucking shot. There's just no shot in hell. I mean, he's going to have good takedown defense for Khamzat, but it's just not, it's not going to happen. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, he's going to be, you know, he's going to ragdoll him. No. But he's not going to take down Khamzat. No. There might be a few tie-ups, you know, against the cage, and, you know, like this and that, or maybe a few trips where he might get him close, but he's not. I mean, this guy is 10-0ing, 8-0ing, and 10-0ing Olympic level wrestlers. This dude is out grappling with ease Luke Rockhold, my boy right here, who is say what you want about Rockhold, is a hell of a fucking grappler. This dude is dragging around other Russian wrestlers, and that's what they do. The Russians wrestle, Greco-Roman, Sambo. That's what they do. Jack Hermanson, hell of a fucking Scandinavian wrestler. Khamzat 8-0'd him, 10-0'd him. Like, it's just, so to wrap this up, I think I'm gonna go Khamzat round 2 sub. I think Dricus is gonna be playing for round 1, but I think Khamzat's gonna get him round 2. Round 2 sub. Yeah. I feel like he's going to be on top of him. Nah, it's probably not going to be arm triangle. I can see him getting him in like a Darce. Yeah, I'm going to say round 2 Darce for Khamzat. But I really hope, I'm going to wrap this up. This was kind of like just to me get that out of my system, but I'm going to start planning to upload more about MMA, and I really hope somebody watches this, because I truly love this shit. And I just realized the AC is not on in my apartment. I'm fucking burning up. Got to take a shit here soon. Get some other stuff done. I love whoever watches this. I truly do. Please comment or do whatever you like, because I do love this shit. Right. There's only a few things in this life I truly love, and MMA is one of them. So let me fucking know. I'll think of a catchphrase at some point. Got the body armor, just like ex-UFC. Yeah, I support only ex-UFC sponsors, except Prime. Fuck Prime. See you guys. Love you.